Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be the review for Warhammer Combat Patrol issues 7 and 8. We're doing these two together because it's two sprues or the Termagaunts spread over the two issues. But I obviously got my delivery, which included 7 and 8, 9, 10, and also the free binder, which is our first of the binders. We should get about 4 in total, so come and join me and we'll have a look through. Hey lovelies, right, so as you saw in the intro, we've got a binder. My delivery dropped today, which obviously is, well, not obviously because you don't know that, but yeah, my delivery dropped today, which is the 30th of October today, Wednesday 30th of October. We got issues 7, 8, which I'm going to do together. We got 9, which is another paint issue. We got 10, which is our librarian and a brush. So let's put those two aside. Put those up there. Now we also got our Combat Patrol binder. So if we just bring in the Imperium one, if you can see that. So there's the difference in the covers, and then on the inside they've just gone with pictures by the look of it of each faction. Whether this is in order I don't know, but we've got Space Marines, Tyranids, Eldar, that looks like Chaos Space Marines, Orcs, then we have Leagues of Votan, Genestealer Cults, Astra Militarum, and then World Eaters, so more Chaos Space Marines. Whereas obviously in the old one we had this nice breakdown of the Imperium, Segmentum Pacificus and Segmentum Solar map. So yeah, that's the old folders. Let's put that away. And then we get our binders, which are fairly bland, to be quite honest, colour coded: blue, yellow, red, black, green. So build, paint, read, collect, play. And that's the binder. I do like the binders that we get with things like Imperium and Stormbringer, simply because they've taken the time to do the inside. Whereas the ones that I've been getting with my Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer collection, they haven't. So we've got issue 7, issue 8. I'm going to do these together. So we get a ruler, which is nice. I've got a 40mm base in this one. I don't remember getting... Oh, so the Ripper Swarm, isn't it? There you go. Right. Put that aside. Let's get our magazines, and let's have a little sticky bee, shall we? So straight in with our how to build. These are all push fit again. I'll be gluing them just to secure them permanently. And there's our Ripper Swarm. The Ripper Swarms are quite nice actually. Then we've got Reed, Angels of Death for our red section. About the Space Marines. Then we have Reed C for the Tyranids, the Hive Mind. Some nice photographs here of Tyranid monsters. Synapse organisms. Monstrosities, Termagaunts, Neuro-Tyrant, and the Tyranid Warrior. We will... what do we get? We get a Hive Tyrant, don't we, as part of the collection. She said, I can't remember where I put the thingy. But yeah. So we get some fiction here called Decapitation. And then movement and measuring. Now, as you would have seen, we got our first ruler. It might be our only ruler, but we get our first ruler here up to 12 inches. That's quite nice, you know, so you're getting everything that you need. So you've got your ruler, you've got your dice. They're giving you a play mat, which is nice. Obviously with this collection, because it's all combat patrols, there's no scenery, no terrain. We'll probably get more thin carded play mats. I'd be surprised if we didn't. But yeah, measuring and movement and coherency. So unit coherency, where you can move, examples, engagement range, and then moving units, how to move your unit and make sure that you stay within unit coherency and you're not moving into engagement range of other people, etc. Weapon and threat ranges. Right, waking the swarm. So, waking the swarm, this is our new playthrough. Scenario 3 it says, waking the swarm. A new stage of Tyranid infestation is dawning and the Space Marines must strike hard to stop it from reaching full fruition. By striking at a well-defended hive cluster, the warriors of Deptus Astartes hope to cripple the Tyranids' ability to reinforce their front lines. First, the Space Marines must destroy a pack of Wargaming. So the Wargaming that we assembled in the last issue are going up against 5 Infernus Marines. We're using essentially it's a segmented battle map that we got with issue 1. I think it was issue 1. So you got, 16 various squares and movement, etc. Initially was done through the squares, but now that we've got the ruler, they're looking to measure the distance. So turn by turn playthrough, and then you get Space Marine victory, Tyranids victory. Right, so issue 8, we are going to get to painting Tyranids. Now I think this is this colour scheme for Hive Fleet Leviathan? I've gone with a different colour scheme. Mine is mostly black with blue accents and like silver teeth, similar to the xenomorphs from the Alien franchise. So yeah, there you go, putting your base coats down, your Wraithbone, then your Bracknell Burgundy, your Termagaunts. And we get 20 in total with the collection, so we've got 10 now, we get another 10 a bit later on. Departamento Munitorum. Wars are not only fought with valour and cunning, but with logistics. Within the Imperium, the vast task of supplying its trillions strong armies falls to the venerable Departamento Munitorum. That would be potentially the Royal Logistics Corps as the British Army equivalent. So we got some information on the Second Tyrannic War here, and the Battle of Iandon and Ikar IV. Then there's information about the Great Devourer, and just basically talking about its the nickname that the Tyranids have been given and the reason behind it. A death world. So they invade, overwhelm and consume, and that is their goal. They just strip everything from the planet and digest it to spew out more Tyranid bioforms. Termagaunts. So we've got some info on these guys. You're looking at a D3 rolling chart for background table. you can obviously come up with a Tyranid name, and they've given you the data sheet here to look at. We got the data sheet for these guys, I think, in issue 3. Oh, charging and combat. Right, choose units, check distance, roll and move. Example, successful charge. Example, failed charge. So rolling for charge is fairly straightforward. I must admit, my confusion is when it comes to fighting, because you've got units that fight first or fight last, and then if you've been attacked by 2 units, do you get to attack each back, or do you only get to attack once, so you have to choose which unit you fight back against? To me, that's all a bit odd. Fighting, charge and fights, charging units, first fights, and remaining combats, piling in and consolidation. And then we have ambush predators, scenario 4. Having been caught out by several bold Space Marine manoeuvres, the Tyranids are striking back. They have identified a group of Infernus Marines. These warriors believe they have a superior defensive position, but with cunning, the Tyranids will be able to ambush them. Your mission is to advance stealthily up the board and, where necessary, deploy the Termagaunts as a distraction in order to ambush the Infernus Marines and slay them in melee. Or melee. Or melee. So many different, same as decals. Is it decals? 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 To make it simpler to learn this mission, ignore the ranged weapons used by the Termagaunts, and the Von Ryan's Leapers fights first rule for now. So there you go, turn 1, examples, and turn 2, and then Space Marine Victory or Tyranids Victory. So those are the magazines. Next 2 issues, issue 9 and issue 10, we get 2 paints, which is Retribution Armour and Abaddon Black, and we get our Terminator Librarian. Right, said Fred. Here is our not a Ripper Swarm, our Termagaunts with the Ripper Swarm. So these are the new ones. Let me bring you down a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit smoother, isn't it? Right, so here are our Rippers. 1, 2, 3, and there should be a 4th one floating around somewhere. There it is. So yeah, they kind of like stick together in pairs and then get stuck to the base, basically. But these are really nice. They're I think they are slightly more detailed than the old school, the older Termagaunts that we had. I do have some of the older Termagaunts. Yeah, like I say, I do think these are slightly more detailed. I think the detailing is much crisper as well. Some of the older sculpt was a little bit soft on the crispness of the detail. It's a shame that more Ripper Swarms aren't really included on these sprues. Because just getting one, if you want to, because I think a River Swarm you have to have 3 per swarm to make a swarm, minimum of 3. It would have been nice if you bought a box of Termagaunts and then you had 3, because what was it? You got 3. I'm fairly certain you got 3 Scarab Swarms with your Necron Warriors. I'm fairly certain you got 3 Scarab Swarms with your Necron Warriors, and it's a bit disappointing that 3 didn't come with this. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, the detailing is nice and crisp. You've only got the 1 weapon option, which is the Flesh Borer, I believe. You can see nice details on the Ripper Swarms there, and then the Termagaunt body is really nice. Right, we will what should we do? We'll build one of these Termagaunts and we'll build the Ripper Swarm as well. So come back in a sec and we'll get that done. Hey lovelies, welcome to the build portion of this video. So everything's prepared. The Termagaunts essentially all go together the same way. There's no real difference in how you're going to do it. Essentially you've got the main body part and then you've got the rear pair of appendages. So that's just going to go in there, like so. Then I actually find it's easier to glue the left arm into position. Like so, and then I'm just going to run some more glue over that, and that will just help it blend in more. And then I'm literally just going to come in, dab a glue, and bingo. Like so, and that's it. That's your Termagaunt. That's like, there's nothing to it. And that's that. These guys, so it's good that there are slightly they're not massively different, but they're slightly different poses. And these are interchangeable as pairs, but they just basically push together like so, so you get a pair. And again, you can literally, like when you get your next ones, you can swap them around so that there's a slight variation in the monster. I might just change that to more like so. And then same with the other pair. Stick them together. And just get the orientation that you want. And that's it. There's your Ripper Swarm. There's your Termagaunt. And there's the rest of them. So we are going to get 10 more. Honestly, I've got these things coming out my ears. So obviously I had 20 with Leviathan, 20 with this Combat Patrol collection. I've got at least another 30, I think, from the premium subscription for Imperium magazine, and then like with this combined, so a combined 30 I think for Imperium, the premium subscription, and then the ones that I got with Battle for Macragge. Yeah, so I've got loads. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for some Termagaunts, but it is what it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye bye.